I don't know if I need to make this two separate videos or not, but I'm just going to jump into this. AMD stock is a stock that I see a lot of potential in. They've had some really great partnerships with SpaceX. You could see them putting in the Versal microchip in Starlink. You could also see them building data centers and seeing them pop up here and there in this AI boom. Now, I have a sale that I want to explain to you guys for this, not to actually promote it. You'll hear about it, and if you want it, great. Second link in the description. For StockMate, I created this sale that I wanted to clarify how I'm able to do it, why it makes sense for me, and what are the details. So basically, I've set this up to where I have an options position on AMD stock. Now, I have a $12 call, and earlier, before the end of the year, I was offering, if you get into StockMate, I'll give you StockMate free if AMD hits $160 per share by March 20th. And some people said, Will, that sounds crazy. How are you able to do that? Well, if AMD hits $160, then I will make more profits than how many sales I'm making in that time period, if that makes sense. And so we close that sale at the end of the year. And now I opened up a new sale, and I'm being transparent with you guys how it works. So you're not like, Will, now you're raising the price. Is it still 160? No, for that sale, yes, it is. For this sale that we have running currently, it's if AMD, we raised the stakes because AMD, since I started that sale, AMD went from $118 a share to up to $129 a share now, or at one point today, now it's $127.50. Wow. Okay, so it's starting to rise. um, and so now I've said with the higher stakes, because now it's going up. AMD, if it hits $185 a share, then StockMate is free, and that's our current sale. And you guys, how I'm able to run that is because we have options on AMD. I'm not just blindly saying, hey, if this stock hits this, I'll give you that. No, that's not how we work. Everything we like to keep transparent with you guys. And so StockMate down below, you get to watch me trade live every single day at market open. You get access to technical, fundamental, and news article or news analysis for investing in AI, space, quantum computing, and tech. And then also there's some options overview as well as some crypto lessons. Outside of that, there's a place where you can surround yourself with other traders and investors. And then we also have some books there that I've created, as well as our t-shirts that we're sending out, which is quite exciting. So you get all of that. There's quarterly access down in that description in the second link. And then there's also lifetime access. We may shift to yearly. I'm still kind of weighing how we're doing that. But right now, how we have it set up is the lifetime access down below. And so if you'd like to enroll, it's the second link, and that's how the sale works. That's how I'm able to offer it. Hopefully that makes sense. That being said, let's get into the AMD analysis really quick. I want to break it down for you guys. Let's look here. So down here, that is on RCAT. Let's take a look at AMD stock. So a couple things with AMD stock here. Let's back it up to long-term trajectory, how it looks. You see this right here. There is a few outlooks on AMD that are bullish. You can see this right here. This is kind of an uptrend, more or less. Looks like an overcorrection. Okay, so it looks like, to me, AMD has overcorrected. This was the trend it was holding. A lot of people were expecting it to bounce here. In fact, right here, it was the beginning of November. They actually beat their earnings. We'll take a look at their financials. They beat their earnings, and revenue was met, except even after that, guys, they continued to sell off another, 30%. So now we see that for it to get to that 185 that we just mapped out for the sale, that's how it would look. That's that previous resistance. Basically would say, hey, we're going to see it start to push up to new levels. what we see here recently is this recovery. Okay, so the recovery has started to happen. This is a previous support, previous resistance level here on AMD stock. So you can see, is that it? Or is that the previous resistance right there? It's even another level right there. Previous resistance, previous consolidation, support, and support. So now it's at this level, and we can actually even extend that out there. You can see there's two other resistance levels. And then now we're right here. Okay, so we kind of map this out, but it's starting to bounce a little bit. The next level that it's going to have to break through to show that bullish uptrend is right here. All right, so that is a previous resistance right there. Previous support, previous support, previous support right there. That's what has to break through that $133 range. If it breaks above, then we'd be looking at the next level, which the next level looks to be right here. Let's see. Yeah, so there's a previous resistance, previous supports, previous resistance right there, some consolidation, previous resistance. Yeah, so that next level would be $150 a share, okay? And then at that point, we'd be back into this trend. So this is where things could get interesting, because if we get up to that point, what's going to happen is it's going to be a critical point, because basically if we go from the top down from where it is, when it gets to that point, it will be right here, right around that 150, what we just mapped out, $150 range. All right, so from here to there basically would be about a 14% increase. Now it's going to be seeing this trend. Okay, so it could either right there, it could sell off. You see that? There is a range there. Let me see this support rising or lowered support, where that's lower and lower. And if it gets right there, the very bear case would say, oh, we're going to see it sell back down here. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Now, that could happen. What I would expect at this point, though, is the breakout. I think at that point we'd see it break out. And if we do, that next level would be right here. This consolidation, previous consolidation, and resistance right here. Previous resistance, consolidation, resistance. So that would be that 172. Okay, if we go up here, from there, that's a 30% increase. Then we'd start to see what would be more of this, more indication that we're about to continue a bull run on AMD stock. I mean, that would be that's the bold move that I'm anticipating with AMD stock. And then if that happens, the next levels could be, above 186 up to previous highs. And so then that would look something like this. Okay, so then we'd see potentially this would kind of be the resistance. Wow, that's pretty hard to actually map out. I guess what we could do is kind of look at this right here, more conservative approach. Well, it's still pretty bullish. Now it's not a very good markup at this point. So outside of technicals, getting to that level looks very good. It looks good on the technicals, definitely validating the support. If it holds true here, we're going to see, we've seen runs on AMD stock happen in very short amounts of time. I mean, this is a run from November 1st. Here is a 4-month run, which basically went up about 133%. We're looking here for what is a 35% increase. And that does happen. As soon as our 35% increase here, that happened right there. There was a run. Right here was more than a 35% increase. Right here was more than a 35% increase. So really we're looking for this push up from here, and that would put, okay, a 40% increase would hit the 185 right there. And it would have to happen really in the next 3 months and a half, 3.5 months. Is that right? Yeah, 2.5 months. Is that right? Yeah, 72 days. Yeah, I could see it happen. It actually looks like quite possible, especially when we kind of look at the overall trend of AMD stock. So we'll see what happens. That's how it's looking right now. And thought I would share with you guys the analysis on the technicals. You can look very easily on AMD stock. Market cap's at 200 billion. 52-week high was up to $227. And then you could see that financials here, they beat their earnings and they beat their revenue consistently, and they got a lot of cash. The cost of revenue is good. Revenue year over year is up 17%. Net income's up 157% at $771 million positive. Net profit about 11% in the last quarter. Year over year, it's up 120%. Net operating income up 223%. And so, these things are, it's a beaten down stock that has a lot of potential, that has sold off despite crushing its financials. The chart looks fairly good. And then you can look at some of the news. I don't know what they have outside. We know they're getting put into the new Starlink satellites, which is really cool. And they're direct competitor with NVIDIA and Broadcom. You got Taiwan Semi, Micron. Definitely, they're going to be in the same conversations. And then, I mean, I didn't see any other massive catalysts recently other than they're going in Starlink satellites. They are working with, there is, a lot of people are saying that advanced money destroyer. It's so funny how people are saying that. And we could even go, maybe they have something here on their website for investors. They changed a lot of their narrative aimed at AI. You can see right here, resources and supports. And I'm not trying to sell my cookies, but I guess I'll sell them. All right. Data for free. Take my cookies. Blogs, case studies, press releases. Let's see what they have in their recent press releases here on AMD.com. AMD.com. AMD announces first Dell commercial PCs powered by AMD. That was today. New gaming products announced at CES. AMD introduces Versal RF series adaptive SoCs offering the industry's highest compute in a single chip. Tim Keating joins AMD as Senior Vice President, Government Relations and Regulatory Affairs. AMD accelerates this exascale computing to new heights. There's a strategic partnership with Fujitsu. I mean, you don't see anything that's like, oh, whoa, that's insane. But everything looks pretty good. I mean, I would say this was the most insane, the highest compute in a single chip. That's pretty insane. But I think the biggest thing has been their partnership with Starlink. So we will see what happens. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all. I don't even need to mention it. You guys see the sale. I told you all about it at the beginning. And that's how I'm able to offer it. So hopefully that all makes sense. Just want to clarify with my subscribers. Those of you guys that just came to get the analysis, hopefully it was valuable for you guys. Appreciate you all. Right now, I'm working on some new tech that I want to get your guys' opinions on. We're working on some cool stuff. And I'm not just working on it to work on it. I think that a lot of people are asking me for things. I don't even know if I can. I might not have the server up still. You see this right here? It's got billions of, it doesn't even work. Billions of data points running through an AI. I don't have the server up right now that I was working on. They can give not past charts, but future predictive analysis of stocks. And I'm really excited to put that together with you guys. I did a live video a while back on my 10,000 subscriber live stream on New Year's, which is crazy that we hit that on New Year's. Thank you guys so much. And a lot of you guys were tuned in, and we were going over some of the tech. We were going over like what I'm developing and how we can serve each other better. And I was like, wow, this looks really good. Really good reactions from you guys, and so I look forward to like continuing to build it out. Make sure to comment down below if you guys have any like cool ideas, cool companies. We even talked about possibly putting out a crypto, which I've put out a crypto at some point, and we'll get into it. You know, I actually put out a crypto that I never put on a market. It was called Enzo Token, and it's somewhere on SoulScan. You can find it, and I put it out onto here, and it wasn't a pump fun it wasn't a pump fun token. It was a legit 100% legit token with real tokenomics built in that were like really well designed. At least in my eyes, I thought they were really well designed. I could probably find the white paper for you guys on how I built it out, but we never put it on a market. Maybe we put that on a market, or we start a new token. But I'd love to do something like that to give you guys incentive as being here as early subscribers. We're on the road right now, guys. We're gonna get there to 100,000 subscribers. Let's go. It's gonna happen. So if you're on the road right now, you're a real one. You made it this far in the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all. If you made it this far, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.